You think Michael Chandler is sweating after what Rampage's kid did? You know, since his kids are, you know, can I get an impression? Hey, honey, you been noticing anything weird about Hap recently? He ain't snapped at you a little bit? You know, just keep an eye on him, you know? I don't know. I'll give you $100. No, I don't think he's sweating about it, but yeah. One day Chandler's going to snap out of it at Christmas and go, what the fuck am I doing? I swear to God. I for some reason, I always think that about Chandler. He's going to be sitting there, yeah, with all of them running around at Christmas one day, and he's going to go, what the fuck is going on here? I swear. He's going to come out of this trance that he was in. I swear. Sitting there at Christmas, they're running around the house. He's like, what the fuck have I done? Honey, who the fuck am I? All of a sudden, he's this long-term CTE that he's now snapped out of. My fucking bloodline just ended. What the fuck have I done? Honey, why did you let me do this? You know what I mean? Who the fuck are you people? Yeah, Chandler with dementia. Chandler is an old man with dementia. I'm your son, Chandler. You have to believe me. No, the fuck you're not, dude. I ain't fucking believing it. You guys are trying to drive me insane. Oh, he's doing it again, nurse. Come in, nurse. He's doing it again. You're going to have to sedate him. I'm your son. Don't you recognize your son? It's me, Ace. No, the fuck you ain't, kid. No, the fuck you ain't. Who the fuck are these people in my phone? I ain't got nothing for you, kid. I ain't got nothing here for you, kid. You're going to have to... He's going to have a crisis, I swear. No, the fuck you ain't. No, the fuck you ain't. Chandler with dementia is going to be the funniest thing ever. Anyway, simple when it's that way. Chandler's house at Christmas, like the NFL Combine. Yeah. Yeah. You sit. I've made this joke about Chandler before, but he's going to be sitting there at Christmas like Mark Cuban watching the Mavericks. You know what I mean? You know? Cheering with him and that. Impression of Connor telling Chandler Terrence McKinney isn't his. You can't just put a net over his head, Chandler. He's not yours, me. You gotta sign the paperwork first, yeah? Chandler snaps out of the MK Ultra programming. Yeah, true. I wouldn't be surprised. Impression of dementia Chandler after adopting Raja. Wait, what the fuck have I done? Get off me, kid. I'm out already. Enough. Much love, Guru from Canada. MMA media, MMA fighters to beware the wrath of the Guru. Rip Rampage. He's not dead, but yeah. Thank you for the 7 Canadian. Thank you, Tucker. Much love. Zhang by whatever Valentina is washed. Zhang by whatever Valentina is washed. Yeah. I think so as well. Decision, no, not whatever. Decision. Let's be real. Impression of dementia Chandler not remembering why his fridge is full of chicken and... Alright. I don't even like this shit, honey. Why did we get... What the... Who the fuck are they? I don't know. Thank you for the 2. Someone clip dementia Chandler, please. Impression of dementia Chandler fishing for white kids. No. Come on, there's got to be one of them in this adoption agency. Come on. I need my swimmer. I've already got my 2 basketball players. I need a swimmer here. Where's my fucking strong man? I got to diversify my my athletes here. Anyway. Chandler thinks he's the main character of Me, Myself, and Irene. Is that the Jim Carrey film? Yeah. Thank you for the 5. Dementia Chandler calling police on Happinace. Yeah, they're in my fucking house. Honey, put down the phone and take your medicine. We've been over this. They're coming up the fucking stairs right now. I fucking hear them, I swear to God. Thank you for the 10 Canadian dollars. That's too funny of a fucking situation, man. That is so funny. Dementia Chandler. Because that actually would happen as well if he had dementia. Like, he genuinely would freak out. Sorry. Impression of dementia Chandler adopting Ariel. What the fuck am I doing? I got a Jew now, I guess. Impression of a racist paraplegic journalist in 2025. I'm not paraplegic or a journalist. Shut the fuck up. Dementia Chandler on Christmas morning with W. Robbers. Okay, thank you for the 2. They're taking shit from under the tree. You gotta come, officer. Impression of dementia Chandler snapping out of it at Christmas. I'm thinking he's in a white version of Get Out. What the fuck has happened? Honey, I told you not to let him out in the sun too long. Impression of Mr. Mackey talking to Raja. I just want to kill people, man. So I'm gonna have to tell you kids that killing people's bad, okay? So You tried to kill Psycho Stu. And attempted murder is pretty bad, okay? So you're gonna have to send you to principal. It's pretty bad, okay? So no, listen, Rampage Jackson. You're the son of Rampage Jackson, and you're an attempted murderer. And attempted murder is pretty bad, okay? So drugs are bad, okay? So don't do drugs, okay? Kids, okay? Mr. Mackey, we had a teacher that sounded like that in school. We always used to do the voice, me and my friend Joe. Drugs are bad, okay? So don't do drugs, kids, okay? Can you believe how racist Guru is? He wants criminals to go to jail. I'm radical. Criminals to go to jail is an anti-black narrative, apparently, according to the internet. I don't get it, but hey, it is what it is. Impression of the guy on the left of the Aljo podcast picking. No, we're not doing that, man. He was shitting me on me a lot, but I'm not going to go at him like that. Yeah, he's a bitch, though. He's a pussy bitch, bro. You wouldn't say it to my face, either. Frail little boy. What we doing with Leon if he beats Prates? No, he probably would say it to my face if Aljo was there to back him up. You know what I mean? What we doing with Leon if he... I hate that, though. These that pod, dude. It's like whenever these guys get on a show with a fighter, they start really fight-talking a lot. Like, you're not one of them. You know what I mean? You're just around them. Same thing happened on Bisping's pod with certain people that were on there as guests. Aljo pod clip is so funny. No even trying to be that guy, but why does Kung Hyo Kang think he's better for doing Tuesday morning BJJ classes? I know, man. It's so fucking lame, man. I don't know if he's called Kung Hyo Kang. I don't know. Actually, that's a UFC fighter. But there you go. There you go. Thank you for the £5, dude. But yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, he went off, dude. But he had a bitch moment about me before. I remember him having a bitch-ass moment about me before. But some men are just bitches, you know. They like to whine about shit like that. Nothing. Doesn't even concern them, but they just got to take offense of it. Am I the only dude who thinks the whole you haven't done it, so your opinion doesn't matter is outdated as fuck? That is so weird to me because I'm not a pro MMA fighter, yeah, but I was in martial arts gyms all throughout my childhood, you know? And I did Muay Thai when I was an adult, and I wanted to be an MMA fighter, and I did some jiu-jitsu lessons. But I'm not a pro fighter, so I can't say that what happened completely correctly, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't retarded enough to try and be a fighter for a living, so I'm punished for it, I guess. Why did everyone forget that Rampage led a high-speed chase and killed a baby in 2008? I didn't know he killed a baby, and I'm not sure that he did, but they say that he hit a pregnant woman who then had a miscarriage, right? That's the story. Rampage on July 15th, 2008, Rampage Jackson's arrested after a police chase where he crashed multiple cars, causing a woman's miscarriage. Oh. But they say that there's no way of telling if the miscarriage was because he crashed into the pregnant woman with a vehicle full speed. So you can't genuinely get him in trouble for that. So I don't know if you can make those claims because she had the miscarriage like a little later, like after the event, you know. But I guess you can't make the full claim because who knows what caused it. You know, it might not have been the vehicle crashing into her full speed and in the middle of a police chase, you know. But it's all good, man. I'm the bad guy, you know. It is what it is. I said words. Fucking F words in this world. Have you spoken to your boyfriend since his loss? I don't have a boyfriend. Oh, Drickus. Okay. He's not my boyfriend. Okay. And no, I haven't. I don't message him after that. Like, dude, keep your chin up high, man. I did speak to Craig Jones, chat, and let me break some news real quick. South Africa, Craig Jones. It's happening, boys. Drickus is going to win the rematch against Chimaev. Drickus is going to win the rematch against Chimaev. That's what's going to happen. It's been made. The allegiance has been made. I was speaking to Craig Jones in the DMs yesterday, dude. DDP's coming back to get that belt again, dude. Craig Jones. The IQ of Drickus. What a W that is. Employing the fucking services of Craig Jones, dude. That's exactly what he needs right now. That's a champion move. Oh, golden brown. Texture like sun. Lays me down. Throughout my mind she runs. Really hope we get a clip of Habib shitting his pants as Makhachev gets dropped by JDM. I will speak that into existence. Yeah, I thought about it because I was wondering who does he mean by my boyfriend since his loss. But no, yeah, DDP is not my fucking boyfriend, you cunt. Thank you for the $2. Will you be watching Till beat Luke to a pulp? I will be, yeah. Darren Till's going to win that fight, dude, I'm telling you. It's going to be a vintage Darren Till performance. Early TKO win. Imagine being the bloke that stabbed Till and seeing the interview with him saying that's the reason he went to Brazil and eventually fought for a belt. I know, yeah, dude, you must feel kind of accomplished, you know what I'm saying? He caused a lot of greatness. Well, not quite greatness, but, you know, close to it. $2. Till is in his second prime shape. How does he win? He wins by TKO round 2. He'll drop Rockhold in the first, and Rockhold will quit in the second. Rockhold's a quitter, really. Used to be a big fan of yours until Rampage exposed you. Didn't want to believe it. Not my guru. Okay. Broke my heart to find out you're a journalist. I know, dude. It's insane allegations, honestly. It really is. Till has been aggressive all week. Probably the first time he's actually took his diet seriously and is in a calorie deficit for a Misfits event. I reckon he's on test. I'm going to make that allegation. I think Till might have hopped on some tea, if I had to guess. But yeah, maybe he is just taking it real serious. Praying to see Tony and Till win one more time. I'm hoping we see it, man. I'm hoping we see it. We've been watching Till win recently, but yeah, Tony especially. I know what you mean. For the $5, Lucas is literally you, just way more politically acceptable and fit to represent a company. You've already crossed that line. Lucas hasn't. Dana White is just so politically normal, isn't he? Yeah. He's never had some like crazy moment or said crazy things. As sad as it is, chat, you need someone a bit crazy to run the company. It helps promote the business. Lucas Tracy going on a pod to sell the UFC to like some famous people that he's on a podcast for is not the same as me going on a pod to do it. I like Lucas Tracy though, and I do agree that he's a lot more professional than me, but I disagree with you, bro. Vince McMahon, Dana White, you have to have some kind of like color to the personality. You can do anything you put your mind to in the UFC, in this UFC field. Keep going, bro. Your stories inspires me constantly. Thank you for the $5, yeah. Chat. I was watching the Mixed Martial Academic documentary. This is why I mentioned the fact that maybe I could run the UFC one day. I was watching the Mixed Martial Academic documentary, and for the first time I was thinking, instead of just like, oh, this is cool, like he's doing all my old videos, I saw myself as not myself, and I thought, this is like the origin story of a guy who's going to run the UFC. In a weird way. You know? It is. But I was sitting there watching, I was like, it's a really good documentary, it's me, so I was kind of like, oh, that's cool, he included that clip. But then I took myself away from it and thought, damn, this is almost like an origin story of some guy that will run the UFC someday. You know? If he keeps going. So we'll see. You say way too much shit. No one cares about that, bro. No one cares about that. I'll put on a good product. And if you do care about it, you ain't trying to watch UFC. You know what I mean? Because you're a bitch. You can go watch something else. Just saying that would make me, like, accepted. Thank you for the £2. 1K show win when you take over. No chance, no. I'd have the same structure of pay, but I'd change it to 20K finishing bonuses rather than 50K bonuses. Maybe the 50K bonus would still be there for the best finish on the card, but it'd all be 20K bonuses for finishes. And fight of the night, it'd still be 50K. But I'd add 20K finishing bonuses, and I'd add activity incentives at the end of contracts. Every contract to be 3 fights if you're a fucking contender. Unless like they really want to keep a hold of you. And if you go through the contract within a year, 3 fights within a year, you get an extra 10K per fight. That's what I would do. Maybe not per fight, but an extra chunk at the end of the year, you know. Hey, racist, thoughts on Marab saying he wants to fight again in December versus Yan because he deserves it? It probably won't happen. I think he'll go 5 rounds with Sandhagen and rethink that because, I don't know. I mean, it is easy to make quick turnarounds when you don't hit anyone hard enough to actually cause pain to your own hands and you don't kick anyone hard enough to cause pain to your feet or shins. So I do get that Marab could make quick turnarounds. But I think he'll go 5 rounds, tricky rounds with Sandhagen, probably get cut. So I doubt it. But January, February, be good to see. All other champs get your asses in the cage. This is basically an extension of it. Sick of y'all wanting to fight twice. I know, but they actually fight though. They like hit people hard and their hand might break and they might break a thumb or a foot. breaking feet is way more common than you guys think in MMA fights. Like, it happens very often. But Merab doesn't do any harm to anyone enough to, like, cause any harm to himself in a weird way. You know what I'm saying? He has a very, like, no damage style. Impression of death was he going to have sore knees from the clinch. You know what I mean? Impression of, so it is good, though. I do think more fighters should be more active, yeah. I'm sick of, like, Ilya knocking out Charles in a minute, and now we got to wait until February because the lightweights are sitting on their fucking ass. You know what I mean? How do you think Islam versus JDM will go? I think Islam needs to earn respect on the feet to get the takedown, to use the clinch. I don't think he can get respect. Chat, can Makhachev hit JDM with something that he's going to fear? I really don't think Makhachev can back JDM up in order to get takedowns on him the way that he needs to. He's going to have to, like, really, like, savantly get the takedown into a back take, into something like that. I really don't see it. I think JDM can move forward against Islam Makhachev without much fear. You know, I don't see Makhachev catching him in a counter. So I got JDM. I haven't felt this confident about an underdog in a long time since JDM fought Bilal Muhammad. Or when Charles Johnson fought Lerner Kavanagh. Like, there's certain underdogs I'm just like, dude, I don't see how the favorite wins this one other than fan power, you know? Which is why they're a favorite. JDM Bilal was too close to say that. JDM won, but shut up, man. JDM won the fight. Stop taking away victories from wins. It was close. JDM won, but what about fucking Makhachev Volkanovski? Makhachev had to clutch a win in the 5th against Poirier. Like, God, the JDM hate. He's the most violent cunt in the fucking UFC right now. Everyone fucking hates him. I hate it. Remember when Islam versus Volk 1 got announced? All the Dagestani hive mind thought Islam was going to be double champ if he won. They don't know the sport. Yeah, they really don't. They're just inbreds. I actually think Islam, but I hope he loses just to watch him cope and cry. Makhachev could beat JDM. It's an absolutely fine take, but man, I can't help but think JDM's just going to walk him down. I can't see Makhachev backing him up. I think he's going to be at range, and eventually as we get into the fight, JDM will just start pushing him backwards, drawing the shots out more obviously. And since JDM stopped jumping gillies, man, takedown defense elite. Islam will beat JDM, and in a couple years, we will wonder how he was even a champion. Shut up, bitch. No, he won't. What's your dumb currency? Wow, Turk. A Turk in the chat. No fighters of his own, so he rallies behind the Dagestanis. How funny. Thank you for the $5. We know Islam's ground game is way better than Bilal's by levels. Do we know that, though? I feel like Bilal could finish Poirier a little earlier with that level of dominance. I don't know. Do we really know that? Islam is also bigger than Bilal. No, he's not. That will apply on he's taller than Bilal, but he's not bigger than him. And you know it. No, I don't know it at all. Thank you for the 50. I think JDM's more dangerous by far than Poirier and way more of a tough fight at this point in Poirier's career. Way more dangerous, man. Have you had picks? You have picks for Imavov Baralho, and yeah, I do, yeah, but I'm not going to spill the beans. I'm going with Imavov, though. Boxing range, JDM all day. Islam does have a dangerous southpaw body kick. He does have good kicks, but I don't see him folding JDM. I saw the edit someone posted. Good Muay Thai clinch, he does, but JDM can body punch it. He can. I think he's too physical in the pocket. But I saw someone posting, you know, the edit of Burns throwing a head kick on JDM and then Makhachev knocking out Volk with the head kick as a counter to all of the images of Makhachev being bitched around by Poirier and Volk and then saying JDM's going to win. And in that clip where Burns threw the head kick, JDM's fucking guard way up. It's an odd thing, but I do agree. The kicks are going to be maybe a problem. Low kicks maybe as well, but I don't see it. Bilal is a small welterweight. You know Islam is way bigger out of camp. 190 versus 215. 190 versus 215. How would JDM handle a version 2 of Bilal? Actual solid point, please. You think he's a V2 Bilal, though? Bilal has arguably proved more grappling dominance in terms of control and being able to physically manipulate larger men than Makhachev has, bruv. Poirier has a false hip. How is Makhachev going to handle a Poirier V2? That's what I want to know. How's Makhachev, forget V2 this, how's Makhachev going to handle a Poirier with 2 working hips and not a false blade joint hip attached to him? That's what I want to know. How's he going to handle a V3 Volk with actual heat in his hands and power and strength? Volk was smaller. There's no argument here. Makhachev's not way bigger out of camp. 190 versus 215. He's not 215, dude. He's a fucking 5'10 lean guy. He's not 215. Davey fought. You guys overestimate so much. Davey 4-sub losses, Grant. Deep down, you know Islam will smoke Jack. I don't because he couldn't smoke Poirier with a false hip. I really don't know that at all. He couldn't smoke Thiago Moises. I really don't know that at all. I genuinely have a real confidence in JDM and have been since the idea of the matchup came up. Take into account 155 versus 170 skill. I do take it into account, man. And I think JDM's all right. Like, strike and defense, I think he's better than Poirier. Damage with his hands, I think he's better than Poirier. Power, he's better than Poirier. I do think JDM's got better scrambles than Poirier. I watched it. Poirier can't scramble that anymore. He's like trying to drag his leg out because he's got a false hip. I'm taking it into consideration, man. I am. Thank you for the £5. Like, I know Makhachev's going to be technical, but I don't think he can overwhelm physically JDM. I don't think he can. Am I the only one that thinks Raja's a goddamn £5? JDM borderline lost to Bilal. He didn't, though. He didn't. Imagine what Islam or even Usman would do. Usman would get pieced up by JDM. I strongly believe that as well. He lost to Leon fucking Edwards. You know how shit that is? Thank you for the €6. You want to play this game? Borderline lost to Bilal. Well, Makhachev borderline lost to 5'5", 145-pound champ Volkanovski. Imagine what JDM would do. We can play this game, man. Hey, Guru, keep up the hard work. The only time past performances come up as a negative is for JDM, I swear. Just my opinion. Stupid ass fight. How come some title defenses before mixing champs and divisions? Just my opinion. No, it isn't a stupid ass fight. It isn't a stupid ass fight at all. This is a great fight. Makhachev moves up. It's fine. I'm okay with it. Impression of... I agree that we should have had Makhachev to Poirier or Makhachev versus a real lightweight contender, but Arman ruined everything because he's a cunt. Arman's a lazy, non-working cunt. He ruined everything. Arman ruined UFC lineage and history because he's a cunt. He's a bitch. Fuck him. You see JDM sub Craig Jones in sparring? Yeah, I did. I saw him dash choke him, right? I don't know how real it is, but on how hard Craig Jones was training, but yeah. Sometimes Craig Jones lets people get subs so he can try and work out of it, and then sometimes he gets choked, you know? I know he's said that many times before. Other flipping, gripping, pimping goo. Come on, Jack. Come on, Jack. Dude, one of my favorite moments in my commentary career. Thank you for the $50, Bearded Viking Woodworks. Does anyone else know about when JDM kneed Burns in the face? And when they found separation, I said, go for it, Jack! Because I just wanted him to let loose something in that escape of the clinch. That's one of my favorite moments in my head from like a commentary before. Where I was like, go for it, Jack! After he like separated and then he actually went for it. That's what you gotta love, man. Go MMA, you say the wrong thing and I can neutralize a source of your income in a snap of the fingers like that. You little leech parasite human. Add that to the outro of your fucking video.